an interview with him so that he can tell us more about him wanting to be the Deputy Governor of Isiolo County. Welcome, Kushoto.
Thank you very much.
Starting with the introduction, many people have been asking Kushoto, what is the irony, or let me say irony, behind that name? How did it come up?
Well, as you know, I come from Bulabesa in Isiolo, and as a young man when I was going to primary school, I'm left-handed, so people call me Kushoto because of left-handed.
Okay. Okay. So what is the history behind you saying, oh, I want to do politics. I don't want to be maybe a policeman. I want to focus in political like only.
What made you to join politics?
Myself, I am a doctor by profession, and I have always been in politics. When I was young, from Opera Primary School, I used to write letters to the Standard. And then I went, lived in Kisumu. Also there, I joined a group who were very intellectual passions. Some of them were journalists. I took that interest of doing politics, and that led me to leave the country, and I went to study medicine. And then when I come, I usually come every year to Isiolo, and I see that things are much worse than every year that I come. So coming from Isiolo and having lived in the United Kingdom for a very long time, so I said, why can't we change? So that's why I decided to run the government with my governor, who is Dr. Mohammed Kuti.
Okay. So this is your first time actually in politics.
No, I've been in politics for a very long time. I've been chairman of Kenya caucuses in the United Kingdom and Europe. I have almost interviewed all the politicians that come to the UK who sits in Kenya. We interview them and advise them how to do. I have been a strategist for several political parties in Kenya. So this is not the first, and every election I take part in.
So you have enough experience to lead us.
Yes, I have very, very much experience to do quite a lot of things for Isiolo, especially looking on how to uplift our county from the level that is now to next, because for the last 5 years, nothing has happened in Isiolo. A lot of money has been spent for personal use, but nothing has been done for the county, so which is quite unfortunate. So we decided now it's time we reverse it and help our people.
So how did you come up and you said you want to be a running mate with Dr. Mohammed Kuti, not any others? Yeah.
I first, when I came in, I first looked at the records of all other aspirants, and I found that the most promising one was Dr. Mohammed Kuti. And I sat with, I was chosen by the Council of Somali Elders, and when they chose me and asked them to give me a governor, they looked also at all the governors, and they decided that the best governor for Isiolo will be Mohammed Kuti. So they told me and took me to him to join him in this campaign.
So you said you come to Isiolo after every year.
Yeah.
When you come, you find things are much worse than you came.
Yes.
So what is the thing that you think you can actually do and people will be like, oh, this thing has changed?
Number one, we look into tightening the plugs where the money is lost. Number two, we look into hospitals. Hospitals is a major problem. We see our patients in Isiolo running to Kerwa and Meru, which is quite far. So we're going to change this one when we come in the first 100 days. Number two, we will look into employment. There's quite a lot of opportunities for our young people. We have to look into that and expand. Number three, we like to bring foreign investment in Isiolo. We run investment program. We will make what we are going to do. We will look at opportunities that are there. Like we have an airport where we can bring passengers to go to our lodges very easily. We will look also into things like we have an agriculture where that we can have our livestock. Our people are herdsmen, most of them, and they look after animals so that they can slaughter these animals, put in our butcher, take it to the airport, and send it to Middle Eastern countries. We can bring people from other countries to come and look what they can invest, like in terms of building hotels, looking at infrastructure of isiolo, so that we don't only rely on the government's money, so that we can inject money in the isiolo economy that will help our youth in our region.
What is the more?
So you're saying you will take other people from other countries. Don't you think people from Isiolo will think, why is he bringing other people from outside and not us?
You misunderstood my question. It's not bringing people. We are bringing investment. Investment is money. And the people who will work with the isiolo people, these people are just bringing money from foreign countries to invest
in our country.
so as to build up our people.
So, what is the most disturbing situation or the most challenging thing that's going on in Isiolo?
Well, the most challenging thing is to look at our youth. There's quite high unemployment from our youth. You can see them in the streets, as how they sit on verandas. They have no jobs because they're not given the opportunities. The county can give them those opportunities. Also, we can see things like our roads are very bad, especially where I come from. It's Bulabesa, you can see.
Exactly.
It's terrible. So
Actually, we have only one road.
only one road, and it's terrible.
It's not even ours, it's the government's, national government
that has made it. There's quite a lot of infrastructure. There is also, Bulabesa has not been demarked so that people can have sewage. They can have, title deeds which can help them, acquire bank loans or, improve themselves. So they just put, and there is what we call clusters, that people just know that this block belongs to XYZ and these are the one, but people do not have paper. Somebody can come from anywhere else and claim the place.
Yeah.
And these people lived here for years and years. So we need to change things like that.
Okay, and something else, here in Isiolo we have many tribes.
Yes.
People from all sorts of tribes, not only one. How can you promise them, as you are from a tribe A and others are from B, C, how are you able to promise them all that you can do them well without being tribalism or anything of the sort?
Well, our team, our FRESA team, we have a policy which is called Yoya. And this policy of Yoya means that we bring people together. This is the brainchild of Dr. Mohammed Abdikuti, who has been here an MP and also a senator for a long time. He has brought peace to the town. He has encompassed the Merus, Turkanas, Samborus, Somalis, Boranas, and the M37, and the rest of Kenyans to be together. So he preaches peace and development. If you can look at our team, the Afresa team, you can find every tribe. Like you can find Dr. Mohammed Abdikuti comes from the Boran. I come from the Somali team. And you can find Dr. Senko, which also come from our clan of Boran. We have also our MP, who is Lucy Moria, she's coming from Meru. So we have MCAs who are Turkanas. We have all these people, every part. And when we form the government, we're sure of forming the next one. Actually, when Dr. Kuti comes in as the governor, we're going to distribute the job opportunities equally to everybody.
So, what do you say about your opponents? Like, what is your message in general to them?
People of Isiolo County.
Our opponents, you see, they have no policies. What our opponents are concentrating on is personalities. Most of them, they will talk about Kushoto this, but they don't bring any policy. If you look at them, they have been there and they have done nothing. They have spent 20 billion in the Isiolo County, but we cannot see. But we only end up in them people building, their own homes, or people using, funds for, not for public, for their own benefit. So those things are going to change because we're going to run a very efficient government that is answerable to the people and will involve people in doing all the things that we want to do. We are not going to take any decision without the people of Isiolo.
Okay, and how are you going to support us, for example, the youth? Like, for example, when you say we need support, most of us, like our talent, they look so much into football, rugby, those things, but they kind of, the ones which are on the limelight, but like journalists, it's kind of low. So how are you promising us that these things will go.
Well, what we are going to start, like, we're going to look into things like youth clubs. There can be clubs for journalism. I myself have been a writer, and I've even taught myself how to do, and I used to report for the BBC. I reported for other international newspapers. But opportunities arise when you yourself are united, so that you can come to us and tell us, look, we have A, B, C, D, and we want C, D, E, so that we can support you when you form journalism clubs, when you want to promote, things that you're missing, like let's say you need some cameras or anything like that. If we look into these things and we have opportunity to do that, then we can help you.
So, what is your message in general to the people of Isiolo? How should they look at their leaders? How should I say I want to vote for A and not for B, and not actually be like A is my tribe, so I'm not going to vote for B?
First of all, I want to tell people of Isiolo to think like Kenyans. You forget about tribe, clan, those things are not going to help you. What Isiolo need is people who can work for Isiolo. So if you look at you can see other opponents, they have gone to their tribal cocoons, they have formed and say, okay, we are this, and they've even went as far as calling other people Nyap, which means that you are enemies. Who is the enemy? We are all Kenyans. So we in our team do not promote clanism, tribalism. We are open, transparent, and we want every Kenyan to take part in it. So if you look at all the candidates, the best candidate who will bring peace and development is Dr. Mohamed Kibaki. Everybody knows that, and there's a wave in the town now, and everybody, I'm sure, is going to vote for him.
So, finally finishing off, so what is your message to your opponents?
Now, my message to my opponent is I will ask them to be peaceful, to ask their votes and go and campaign for themselves, and to tell Isiolo what they're going to do for the people of Isiolo, and not indulge in, minute, what is called personalities. You come with policies that can help people of Isiolo. Otherwise, you take the back seat and leave us to lead the country.
So there you have it, guys. We've been with Abdi Kushoto, his message to the opponents and also to the youths of Isiolo County and everyone in general. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel at
He has also promised
Broadcast Hub International.
yeah, Abdi Kushoto has promised us employment, health, the things that we usually lack in Solo. So that's the interview we had with Abdi Kushoto. I've been your reporter, Starlene Wardere.
From me, Filson Mohammed, thank you very much.